Hi, this is Sriparna, and if you know that in this particular channel we are discussing about different aspects of recent research works. We have discussed about backpropagation neural network, we have discussed about genetic algorithms, and soon we will be discussed about fuzzy sets. Now, as there are different types of algorithms we are talking about, why not talked about some of the hardwares that are designed to capture the data? So for this particular lecture, we are going to introduce Microsoft's Kinect sensor. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. So the Kinect sensor is an emerging tool for gesture recognition. The Kinect has been used as a sensing device. The name Kinect has been derived from the word kinematics, as it senses the skeleton of a human in dynamic condition. How it going to sense? That we are going to discuss. Three outputs are obtained from Kinect sensor, namely color, depth and audio. Kinect sensor looks like a webcam. It is black horizontal bar with a motorized base. The device has an IR camera, a visible RGB camera, an IR projector and a microphone array. So this is how the Kinect sensor looks like. Here you can see that the Kinect has a motorized tilt. Right? So Kinect can be adjusted such that it can look properly to the human being. Now it can rotate it. Okay. Now the Kinect has a depth sensor. That are basically a pair of depth sensor. One is IR projector and IR receiver. Kinect sensor operates on the principle of time of flight. So it's going to emit the IR, then after a certain time the IR will be reflected back to the Kinect again. So Kinect can understand how far the subject is from it. So that is the distance of the subject from the Kinect can be captured. So this is known as the depth data. Now not only the depth data, the RGB data can also be captured using the Kinect sensor using the vision camera or the RGB camera. Now if you need to know whether the Kinect is getting proper power supply or not, for that there is a light emitting diode has been given to it. It shows that whether the Kinect is getting power or not. Now to capture the voice gestures, Kinect has an array of microphones. This particular Kinect we are talking about is quite a bit old currently. It is a Xbox 360. It is a quite available in the market that you can play using in PlayStation. You must have seen or you must have this particular PlayStation, but you haven't know how it's the underlying architecture of that particular Kinect sensor. So this is the Kinect 360 we are talking about. And the range of this Kinect 360, it is 1.2 to 3.5 meter, or if we told it in the feet, that is 3.9 to 11 feet. Now the frame rate of the Kinect sensor is 30 fps, that is frames per second, and this particular value can be changed according to your need. So this is how the Microsoft Kinect sensor, that is the Xbox 360, looks like. So again, now let's go to the theory of it. That is, the origin of the reference frame is considered at the RGB camera. So why we need that origin? So actually Microsoft Kinect sensor is going to be recognized or going to be capture the human body as a form of skeleton in 3-dimensional space. So as it's a 3-dimensional space, so it must have an origin. So the origin is, that is a 0, 0, 0 point. That is at the RGB camera. And the direction parallel to the length of Kinect is the X direction, the vertical direction is the Y direction, and the Z direction is the depth measure. Okay, so now just see, for the sake of simplicity, I am not going into the much detail, but just see that the Kinect sensor has one origin at the RGB camera. So just look at this picture. So in the RGB camera, here it is been pointed as a vision camera. Here that is the 0, 0, 0 point. Okay, now this is the origin. So if it is the origin, then if we go right side or the left side along the kinet sensor, we are going to get the +6 and the -6. Now if we go upward from that 0 point or we go downward from the 0 point, we are going to get +y and -y. Now if we come towards the kinet sensor, then our depth must be reduced, so our z direction value must be going towards 0, right? So can the z direction value can ever be negative? Just think about it. No, the z direction value can never be negative. Why? The camera is facing towards ourselves. Camera is not on the back side of the kinet sensor. So as there is no back side of the kinet sensor, so how the kinet is going to understand whatever be the actions are taking place at the back side of it? It cannot, right? So it cannot understand the action or the activity of the human being from the back side of the kinet sensor. So as there is no camera is not present, and here the camera means I am going to say that is the IR camera. So the z direction can never be negative. Z direction will be always positive, but the x and y direction can be positive as well as negative. So comes to the third point now. The kinet records at a sampling rate of 30 frames per second, and we have already discussed that the sampling rate can be altered or it can be changed according to your need. Each frame data comprises of 20 Cartesian coordinates in 3-dimensional space, that is 3D, corresponding to 20 different human joints. So just look at this particular image over here. In the left side of the particular slide, you can see that is the human body has been shown in the RGB color, and to just to conceal the identity of the person, the face has been masked. Okay, now in the right side of the slide, you can see that is the 20 body joint coordinates that can be recorded using the Xbox 360. So what are those 20? So it is basically head, shoulder center, shoulder right, similar way shoulder left. Now along the right hand you have elbow right, wrist right, hand right. On the left we have elbow left, wrist left, hand left. And in the body core there are spine, hip center, hip right, hip left. On the leg the joints are knee right, ankle right, foot right. On the left side of the leg there are knee left, ankle left and foot left. And the numbering you can see, that is the J. To denote the J, there is a J alphabet has been used, and J stands for joint. Now different numbers have been there, right? For suppose spine, it is J2. So that means whenever the Microsoft 360 has been capturing this particular joint, suppose the spine joint, it is being taking that particular joint spine at the second time. That is how the data recording has been done. You can totally change this particular number system, nothing problem with that, but then you are also going to change the MATLAB code where you are capturing the data. So this is basically just numbering the joints such that whenever we are going to get the raw file, on the next video we are going to see that how the raw file has been captured or what are the skeleton values that are being captured in a raw file by the Microsoft Kinet sensor. There you need to identify the which joint it is. So to identify that this is this particular joint, so this numbering is there just to identify which joint it is. So this is how the joint numbering has been done by the Kinet sensor. This is the joint numbering has been done by the Microsoft. In the Microsoft Kinet sensor portal, there is a software development kit for the Kinet. You can easily download it. It's freely downloadable, but you cannot take the data from it as if you don't have the Kinet sensor hardware. You need to procure the Kinet sensor as well. Then we are going to see in that code, it is going to be open in a Visual C++ platform. There this numbering has been given. This is the based on the numbering given by the Microsoft. So we haven't altered the numbering. This is how they have given. Now come to the theory again. So the IR camera also generates depth information of the subject. That is the skeleton. Okay. Therefore, the chances of error introduction owing to variation of appearance or color of clothes is eliminated by the technique so proposed. So, what was the technique? Technique was to capture the depth information we are going to use, or the Microsoft have used IR camera. So, that eliminates the chance of error introduction. The Kinect sensor detects and captures 3D video data under any lighting conditions. The range of sensing in depth sensor can be adjusted over a specified limit. This technology is also capable of calibrating the range based on the surrounding physical conditions and the presence of furniture or any other wooden object. The Kinect sensor also has the ability to detect facial expressions and voice gestures. The pros of using the Kinect include its optimum cost, its ability to perform throughout the 24 hours of the day. Other than this, the Kinect also reduces the problems that develop in the images of objects due to shadows and the presence of multiple sources of illumination. The range of distances within which the subject should perform in front of the Kinect is approximately 1.2 to 3.5 meter or 3.9 to 11 feet, as already told to you. With an increase in distance from the Kinect, the depth resolution decreases by about 1 cm at 2 meter distance from the Kinect. The RGB data and the depth data together are required for visualization, which basically appears as a cloud around the joint from which the features are being extracted. And what type of features you can easily extract from kinetic data, that we are going to discuss in the next videos. So, what will be the next videos? On the next video, we are going to see how real-time visualization of Kinect sensor while capturing data. We are going to see that in a practical view of Kinect sensor, and the Kinect sensor there will be capturing data in real time. That will be the topic of next video. And on the next video, we are going to see the MATLAB code for feature extraction from the raw kinetic data. Okay. So, as I should propose you some references. Here I will be little bit greedy, or I will be very greedy. So I will going to ask you to please refer to my Scholar account. There you are going to see that is different papers are there using Kinect sensor. You can follow those papers to understand more about the Kinect sensor and how it's going to capture data and what type of data it can easily acquire and what type of processing you can done on the data, or what are the features you can extract, whether you need a data augmentation on that data or the data will be sufficient, what will be the noises that are going to be there in that data, and what type of algorithms you can use. The different machine learning algorithms have been used on different type of kinetic data for different applications, and the different applications of Kinect that you can also understand from the papers that are already present in my Scholar account. Those papers are already published in different reputed HCI Index journals and different international IEEE Springer conferences. And to understand more about the Kinect sensor, or you are someone like a bookworm, you always wants to learn something from the book, then you can refer to my book also. Here there is a total chapter has been devoted on the Kinect sensor, so you can just refer to this particular book. So thank you everyone, and I hope you have already subscribed to my channel. If not, please do that, such that you can get more updates, and that press the bell icon to get the notification. Thank you.